Glow presents 9 Toxic Things Parents Say to Their Children. In the journey of parenthood, words carry weight. They shape perceptions, mold behaviors, and influence emotions. Children, with their impressionable minds, are particularly susceptible to the power of words. Negative words, even spoken unintentionally, can have lasting effects. This video aims to raise awareness about the importance of mindful communication with children by highlighting 9 common phrases that may be unintentionally harmful. Now, let's delve into the 9 toxic things parents often inadvertently say to their children. First on our list is the phrase, "You're just like your." This seemingly harmless comment can actually have a negative impact. It can lead to identity issues, as children may feel pressured to replicate their parents' traits or feel inadequate when they don't. It can also foster unhealthy comparison and deter the child from discovering and developing their unique personality traits. Parents should be mindful of the potential harm of such comparisons. Remember, every child is unique and should be recognized as such. Next up, "I do everything for you." This particular phrase can instill an overwhelming sense of guilt and indebtedness in a child. It's like a heavy weight, suffocating their budding independence. Imagine hearing this as you're trying to find your own footing in the world. It can make a child feel like they owe something, like their autonomy is a burden on their parents. It's important to remember, our role as parents is to nurture, not to hold hostage. Encouragement and support should be unconditional. Third toxic phrase is, "You're so lazy, ungrateful." This can plant seeds of self-doubt and low self-esteem in young minds. Over time, children may start to see themselves through this negative lens, leading to self-deprecating behaviors that can hinder their growth and development. It's important to remember that children are still learning and growing. Instead of attacking their character, focus on encouraging improvement in their actions. End with a positive note. Instead, encourage children to improve their actions, not their character. Fourth on the list is, "Why can't you be more like your sibling?" This phrase, seemingly innocent, can be highly toxic. It encourages comparison, often leading to destructive sibling rivalry and resentment. Moreover, it undermines the individuality of each child, making them feel as if their unique qualities are not valued. Children are not carbon copies of each other. They each have their own strengths, weaknesses, interests, and personalities. Instead of encouraging comparison, we should nurture their individuality. Every child should be appreciated for their unique qualities. Halfway through, we have "Stop crying, or I'll give you a reason to cry." This phrase, while often used in moments of frustration, can lead to harmful emotional repression. It sends a message to children that their feelings are not valid or important. Instead of encouraging emotional expression, it instills fear and teaches them to suppress their feelings. This can result in long-term emotional health problems and hinder their ability to handle emotions in adulthood. Children must be allowed to express their emotions freely. Next is, "Wait until your father/mother gets home." This phrase can instill a sense of impending doom, leading to fear and anxiety in children. It also paints a skewed picture, positioning the absent parent as the ultimate punisher. This can harm the child's perception of this parent, associating them more with punishment than with love or guidance. It's important to remember that discipline should be immediate and fair, not a looming threat. So instead of instilling fear, let's foster understanding and personal growth. Discipline should be immediate and fair, not a looming threat. Seventh on our list is, "I wish you'd never been born." This phrase, spoken out of anger, frustration, or despair, can leave an indelible mark on a child's psyche. It plants a seed of worthlessness and self-doubt, which can grow into a tree of emotional trauma. It can make a child feel unwanted, unloved, and undeserving of the basic human need for affection and acceptance. Remember, the scars of words can run deeper than physical wounds. Words spoken in anger can cause lifelong pain. Eighth toxic phrase is, "You always never do this." This statement can be devastating for a child. Using absolute terms like always or never can lead to a self-fulfilling prophecy, where your child starts believing they are incapable of change. It creates a negative self-perception, which can harm their self-esteem. Instead, it's crucial to address the behavior rather than labeling the child. For instance, saying, "I've noticed you've been having trouble with this," is more constructive. Focus on the behavior, not the child. Last but not least, "You're a bad child." This toxic phrase can instill a sense of negativity and self-doubt in a child, leading them to believe that they are inherently flawed. This can result in a negative self-image and potentially behavioral issues. It's crucial to remember that children are not their actions. Instead of labeling a child as bad, it's more beneficial to address the specific behavior that needs correction. After all, children are not bad, behaviors can be. That concludes our list of 9 toxic things parents often say to their children. From comparing siblings, undermining self-worth, to threatening with punishments, these phrases can cause lasting harm. It's essential to foster positive communication, understanding the profound impact our words can have. Let's replace these toxic phrases with understanding, patience, and encouragement. Instead of focusing on their flaws, let's celebrate their strengths and uniqueness. Remember, the words we use with children shape their world. Choose them wisely.